Christian Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Psychology and Christianity, 5 Views. Spectrum Multiview Book Series, 2nd edition, edited by Eric L. Johnson. Contributions by David G. Myers, Stanton L. Jones, Robert C. Roberts, P.J. Watson, John H. Coe, Todd W. Hall, and David Pallison, narrated by Tom Parks. Publisher's note: in this audio edition, you will hear references to figures and tables present in the print and ebook formats of the book. Preface to the 2nd edition. It is widely acknowledged that factions in American culture have been embroiled over the past 4 decades in a conceptual and political battle grounded in different views of morality, values, epistemology, and the role of religion in public life. A culture war of great importance to evangelicals. Less well known are the similar battles waged within the evangelical community, one of which concerns the relation of psychology and Christianity. What has led to this particular conflict? There are at least 2 factors. For one, modern psychology has become enormously influential in our culture and on the American church. And 2, since its founding 130 years ago, modern psychology has been largely devoid of reference to religiousness, and often it has been downright hostile to religion, a stance that has only recently shown signs of softening. In the face of these dynamics, Christians have taken different positions regarding the extent to which they should have anything to do with modern psychology, some embracing it wholeheartedly, others rejecting it just as vigorously, and many falling somewhere between. Few opportunities have arisen for Christians to dialogue publicly about these differences, about the value of psychology in general for Christians, and about the problems involved in psychological study and counseling practice for people of faith. This book is one such opportunity, and it has been a pleasure to work on this dialogue. I wish to thank heartily the 7 contributors. I've long felt a professional debt to all of them for their contributions on these matters, and I add to that a personal debt for their efforts in this project. This 2nd edition is distinguished from the first by the move of Stanton Jones from co-editor of the earlier edition to the representative of the integration position, with the result that I am now the sole editor of the book you are now listening to. Further, another view has been added to the dialogue: transformational psychology. This model had its roots in the integration tradition, but over the past 20 years, for reasons that will be explained, the various proponents of this view are advancing what amounts to a novel and distinct Christian way of thinking about psychology that must now be taken seriously. Chapter 1. A Brief History of Christians in Psychology. Eric L. Johnson. Followers of God have always been interested in His creation. After citing the stars in the heavens, the bestowal of rain, the growth of vegetation, and the feeding of wild animals, the psalmist cries out, "How many are your works, O Lord? In wisdom you made them all. The earth is full of your creatures." Psalm 104, verse 24. But of all the things in creation, of greatest interest to most of us is our own nature, for we are fascinated with the wonder of ourselves. As John Calvin wrote, a human being is a microcosm of the universe, a rare example of God's power, goodness, and wisdom, and contains within enough miracles to occupy our minds. It is not surprising, then, to learn that Christian thinkers over the centuries have thought deeply about psychological matters long before modern psychology arose. Yet Christian interest in psychology has exploded over the last 50 years. Countless books have been written by Christians that describe our personalities, our boundaries, our dysfunctional development, our relationships and their problems, how our children should be raised, and so on. However, in the midst of this explosion has been an intellectual crisis that the Church has been wrestling with for even longer. Over the previous 140 years, a complex and rich body of knowledge and practice has proliferated, which has understood and treated human beings in
Sample complete. Ready to continue?